Welcome to the Puck and Stoner Dad Show with your hosts, Ginger Claus and Dusty. We are now on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Music by Burning Bridges. Subscribe, like.
Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to episode number 13 of the Puck and Stoner Dad Show. With your host, Ginger Claus. What's going on, bro?
That bong rip kicked in right when the goal horn went off, and I could have stared at that goal horn all night.
Nice to know, right? Nice to know. All right. So, how you been?
I am great. How have you been?
Pretty good, bro. So, we've had some interesting week right now in hockey, yeah?
Yeah. Interesting 44 minutes ago when the Leafs clinched a playoff spot some fucking how.
Yeah, definitely. Well, not really surprised. How are you feeling actually overall about this team?
About the Leafs?
Yeah, overall.
I was just finished telling a buddy that it feels pretty fucking good. Even on the bad games, it feels good.
It's not like the beginning of the year now, right?
No, like as the season's coming to an end, it's starting to feel a little better in a lot of ways. And you're seeing, someone gets hit cheap, everyone and their dog is jumping in and punching somebody in the ball sack, and we've got our starter goalie pretty much figured out, I hope, by now. Someone should have it figured out.
Definitely. It's one thing we were kind of harping on, right? At the beginning of the year. Like, they weren't sticking up for each other, and now they are, like you just said. Like, it's really great to see that, man. Like, that's what we were begging for. It's what we've been begging for how long? Stand up for each other, show you care. You're getting your ass kicked in a game, fucking go out and be pissed off. And they've been showing that lately.
Yeah. It's like the loud, tough voices in the room are actually allowed to say something now. Actually, I think it started to turn around when Ryan Reaves started whining about not getting ice time.
You know what? I think that was the turning point of the season.
Yeah.
Because since then, like, adding Revo to the lineup, like, I think that gave him a bit of a kick in the ass being healthy scratch, though, too. Yeah, at the beginning of the year, he wasn't playing that great. He wasn't playing that great in the beginning of the year, right? Like, there's no arguing that. Like, the first two games, he got in a couple fights, and it was great. It was great seeing him dropping the mitts. Love seeing that. But he kind of, like, I get, like, he's a tough guy, and not everyone's going to want to fight him, right? But, like, he's literally contributing right now.
In different ways than just punching people in the face.
Yeah, like, he has that tough presence, and the team does play bigger around him. And, like, I don't know if you saw that clip online surfacing today of, like, the bench going nuts with that during the Revo fight with Matthews and Domi.
Yeah.
Or, not Matthews and Matthews and Domi, yeah.
It was Matthews and Domi.
Yeah, them two going nuts, and even Willie going nuts on the bench, too.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Then you got Tavares just sitting there, just, all right, guys, when am I on the ice next, coach?
Did you see that YouTube video from the Steve Dangle podcast where Steve is talking about what a comedian John Tavares must be?
Yeah. You ever see his skits of him doing, like, the IKEA stuff?
Who, John Tavares or Steve?
Dangle will do, like, a John Tavares, like, mock-up of him, like,
yeah.
Like, the IKEA desk. Oh,
yeah.
I died laughing watching that. Like, his JT impression is actually hilarious.
Yeah, like what's his go-to joke anyway?
Yeah.
And hey, guys, listen to this one. I don't even
But
remember what the joke was, but it was good.
I
Let's
I have a
leave.
good feeling about him.
Let's leave.
Yeah. So I do have a good feeling about him going into the playoffs. I think he's going to really step it up in it further. I think he's going to be a difference maker in the playoffs, which is weird to say, but
Who, John?
yeah.
Well, with 130 years experience, you would expect him to take the reins as Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel going into this playoffs, to be honest. Like, am I confident that they're going to win?
I don't think you want to be confident because every year that we've gone in confident, they've showed us why we shouldn't be confident.
Kind of like remember when we played Washington the very first year they made the playoffs
year
in the
we weren't
Matthews
supposed
era?
to make the playoffs. Yeah.
Under the Matthews era, yeah, the very first year. Like they were underdogs then, and look how well they played.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know, man. Maybe going into this playoffs, like them being the underdogs is perfect. I think it might be something that might work.
Well, I said that they should miss the playoffs to give them a kick in the ass, and maybe being the underdogs is the kick in the ass that we need. So it's been saying 67 everywhere. So
speaking of that, I had a tweet today. A record was broken. Another record since 1967 was broken today.
Yes,
so for the first time since 1967, the New York Yankees lost opening season day at their home ballpark.
They were shut out, weren't they?
Yeah, it was shut out. You're right. Sorry, shut out.
I don't like to be superstitious.
I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious.
Yeah, I'm a little stitious. It's interesting, eh? It's interesting. The other day, my Tim Hortons order was $67.
Dude, I said it online today. I'm seeing 67 so much lately.
Yeah, everywhere.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah, I was gonna get the receipt too, but I forgot. Oh, I didn't
even
put it on
Sammy's record this year at one point was 19, 6, and 7.
Yeah, it's still something 6 and 7. It's like 21, 6 and 7 now. It's still 67. It's still haunting us.
Yeah.
Imagine he finishes the season with 6 and 7 in his record.
Yeah.
That's, well, first of all, imagine 6 losses.
No, 6 wins. 6 and 7 is wins, losses. It's
no,
possible.
I thought he had 19 wins.
He had 19 wins, 6 losses, and
7
OT.
Yeah,
losses.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that makes more sense. I didn't think he just had 6 wins this season. That didn't make sense.
Well, bet the Bettman points, right? So I know we got a lot of topics tonight. At least they're going to be a one more. We can branch off as much as we want into them. One thing I definitely wanted to say was how incredible is it watching Auston Matthews right now? 63 goals.
Yeah, it's pretty
There's
cool.
still, what, 8 games left? And they're playing Montreal on Saturday night.
It would be nice if you got a hat trick.
I was just going to say that. I was like, I don't know, man. I'm feeling lucky on that. I might place a bet on a Matthews hat trick.
Why not?
Yeah. Well, that would put him at what, 66 goals?
Yep.
63, yeah. Hat trick. 60. So, question about him now too with this, and I know like your post on the 67, and I know the guys that you posted, and we'll have to mention them in this clip, or we'll even clip this right now.
Do it. Sure thing.
Matthews hits 67 goals and doesn't get past it. Do they sit him, or do they make him play once he hits 67 goals, right? And there's say 2 games left. Do you still sit him? Or do you sit him like, because the last 2 games are Tampa, Florida?
If I'm the coach, yeah, as soon as he hits 67, he sits. Yeah.
2 games
Yeah,
left.
and then after that, every shift he plays 67 seconds. Like, you play 67 seconds, you don't come back to the bench until you hit 67.
Toronto needs to sell it.
Go all in on
Toronto should sell it.
He should change his number to 67. Everyone should.
Dude, change the fucking slogan this year should be 67. 67 t-shirts.
67s.
T-shirts. No.
I think.
But yeah, it is incredible, right? Like 63 goals in a year, man, is nuts. Like do you think they wait for him to pass Ovi and then they just kind of like, who cares if you're playing? Sit, rest. Any lingering issue, anything lingering right now, rest it up before the playoffs.
I don't know. I don't even think he'll want to rest.
Yeah, but man, like, I look at that and I go, okay, Austin, do you want to hit your point or do you want to win a cup?
That's exactly it, right? 70 goals means jack shit to me.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't mean, as fans, I'd rather see a cup.
Oh, yeah. I think anybody would.
Yeah. So we had that.
Shit. I don't know. It's up to him at that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to rest him a bit, but it depends on how much he's going to push to play, or maybe he'll be like, yeah, give me the last 3 games. I'd like to sit around and do nothing. I don't know.
So what is we're getting into kind of game 1 stuff, so we're going to say, because they clinched tonight, as we already mentioned. They clinched the playoff spot. So game number 1. Who's your starting lineup? Like, what lines are you putting? Like, who's your combo?
Oh, I'd go with exactly what they have on paper right now with Bertuzzi and Domi and
Matthews. You keep that line together?
Oh, yeah. Drop it like it's hot until it's not.
Yeah. So then my thing is I don't care how you mix the other guys, whatever you need to do to get those guys going. Because we're also going to get Yarncrook back too soon.
Yep. And I think Sammy's in between the pipes for me on starting night.
100%.
I think if not, you're on acid. Yeah. Mushrooms and several other drugs.
And I know you tweeted it this week, and you're definitely right. Like, when Shadow came on and he said, well, you got to watch Wool. And like, after that, we're both saying too, like on Game Reaction, our lives on that, play the hot goalie at the time, right? And he was saying Wool coming back, and I was saying, man, coming back off that injury, he just like left. Like, he's not going to be the same goalie this year. I don't know. I think it's a hard injury to come back from. Yeah,
he's not even half of what he was.
Yeah, like, he's pretty bad coming back. He's starting to get into those Sammy numbers at the beginning of the year.
Yep.
Since he's came back.
But he's still getting looks. I think Sammy and Jones right now.
I was just going to say that. So
it's because girls think
who are you going to put in the backup? So then does that mean we should play Jones a couple of games for the rest of the year?
Yeah.
Now that we've clinched, like, do we just give him? Who cares about seeding?
All right idea.
Dude, I honestly don't care who we play.
Guess what?
Yeah, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard regardless. Who cares?
Yeah. Next year, Jones is another year older, but Wall is still young. So, like, let's play Jones right now because he's not dog shit.
Or you keep carrying them and you have Wool around, like, these guys, and you guys see what. There's a difference between Jones being there and Jones playing when he's there too, right? Because when you're sitting there not playing, it's a different mindset when you're just in practice compared to getting into games, right? The mentor Wool.
Yeah.
I think you got to have Jones in there for a few games.
Yeah.
I think he.
Yeah, Wall is just a little guy, right? He's just young. Not little, but he's just young, right? So you don't have to worry about him being all, like, sure, I'm sure he wants to play, but he's not going to be heartbroken if you tell him, like, you're the third goalie this year because you just had a fucking really bad injury and then you're not bouncing back the way we thought. We're going to rest you for the rest of the year. We're going to keep you in the lineup so you're practicing. And then next year, we don't even know if Sammy's going to be here. So you might be just starter right from day one. Sammy might be working himself out of Toronto right now.
You know what? If it gets even on a deep run, man, I don't care. Good for him.
And right now, I don't care. That's the thing. If he goes and plays like this in the playoffs and takes us as far as he can, I don't know. I don't want to say anything so I can hear that we're planning a parade or some shit.
So I'm liking what I'm hearing about this Hildeby guy. Like, I've had a lot of I get a lot of hockey players, like kids in junior, in the car getting their licenses and shit. I've had a lot of goalies recently, and a lot of them are really high on Hildeby. They're saying like he's really good. They I guess like they show
Matt Rempe too at some point. He's really tall.
Step on him.
Yeah.
And like that's crazy. Like I have high hopes for him too.
Oh my!
One person. So now one person I do curious about. What he's been playing lately. Do you put Ryan Reaves in game 1?
What? Sorry.
Do you put Ryan Reaves in game 1?
Yeah.
I would too.
I do.
Yeah. What he's been playing
with
lately,
braces on his knees, of course, but yeah.
Well, that's when you got to get into Keith has to manage his players better this playoffs, man.
Man, this cat. Oh, I'm gonna friggin' drop kick it. It's running around. It keeps running into walls, and then it goes and grabs my leg, and I'm trying to act like it's not happening.
Oh. Crazy, man. Freaking cat.
Hate cats. Hey, Roxy. Roxy. Hey. That should scare her off for a little bit.
So you say, yeah, I agree. I think there's no way you can't keep Reaves out of that lineup for game 1. Depending on who they play, too, though. They play Boston 100%, you keep them in there. Well, Florida 1,000%, you keep them in there.
Well, they say that Reaves has come as more than just to rough people up, but to be a dressing room guy, right? And
yeah,
I remember a couple years ago, Ray Ferraro doing an interview on YouTube. It wasn't on YouTube, but I saw it on YouTube, and he was talking about standing in between the benches and how boring Toronto is.
Mm-hmm.
And how even if there's a goal on the ice, it looks like the players on the bench are basically just, sitting in class. Yeah. And that's not the case anymore whenever Reaves does anything. So put him out there, even if he's just wearing his gear, standing on the bench for the playoffs.
Yeah, play him a bit.
Yeah, play him. But if he wants 4 minutes and his knees are shaking, give him the 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you healthy scratch that guy. Don't you fucking dare.
No, you can't. He's been great. Tyler Bertuzzi, man. Oh my God. Talk about a turnaround of a season.
Yeah, the better they do, the less chance we see them next year, though. So it's almost heartbreaking.
I don't know, though.
I hope that there's some friggin' magic numbers being pulled out of somebody's ass to keep it. I'd like to see the next. Could you imagine if we could just afford to keep the same roster a couple years? Just a couple years.
Dude, I think there's a way to make it work. And I think if anyone can kind of get these guys, it's going to be a guy like True Living, right? I think Dubas was taken so advantage of in Toronto. Like, think of it like his agent started playing the media, right? Like Marner's agent used the media to negotiate, which is like pretty much only a place you could do in Toronto. Toronto, Montreal, maybe Edmonton. Well, you got really dark there.
Yeah, I did, eh?
Yeah, touch your screen or mouse or something. Your screen get really dim?
Nah, it's the screen's the same. I think when I reached see, I'm lightening up. When I reached across to grab my coffee, it went dark for some reason. It must have adjusted the camera.
Weird. But what were we saying there?
Can't remember. I'm too fucking baked, man. Bertuzzi.
Oh yeah, Bertuzzi and Domi. I think there's a way that you can definitely get them both signed. I think you sell it. I think Domi would come back. I think Domi will take that discount. I think you keep Bertuzzi and Domi together, man. Like, I don't know.
And you already got Reaves for a couple more years.
Man,
who else is done at the end of this year? Sammy, Bertuzzi, Domi.
Kleinberg comes off the books.
Who the fuck is that? Oh yeah.
I forget who's off the books. I can't remember.
What's going on with Jones next year?
He's off the books. I think he was only a 1 year. Matt Murray will be off the books.
Nah, they're re-signing him as the starter.
Probably.
5 by 5.
Fuck off. Don't put that in the Twitter groups. But yeah, I don't know. I'm so like, I don't know how confident I am on this team, but like watching them, man, like it does seem like their style of game right now lately, though, is what would be successful in the playoffs.
Yeah, if they play it like this, I just don't want to see them play it like this straight up until game 82 and then game 1 of the playoffs and game 2 of the playoffs. We start to see the same shit. But it's not leaving like, there's no reason to even think that it would be like that.
Yeah, for sure. So moving off of the Leafs here now, there's one thing been talked about all week. It's like we went back to the 80s style hockey.
Yes.
New Jersey Devils and the New York Rangers when they had a line brawl. 2 seconds in.
Fun, eh? 2 seconds.
8 guys ejected in the first 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I think that
Matt Rempe, he averages at about 5 minutes a game, and he got 2 seconds that game.
He's been ejected against all 3 games he's played against New Jersey.
Yeah.
Man, like, you're telling people are going to say the goons are dying. Fuck off, the goons are dying now, man.
I was saying that to a buddy tonight because he was saying, "Oh, he's such a piece of shit. This is so garbage." I was like, he's the only other rookie you hear talked about besides Connor Bedard, and he only plays 5 minutes a night. Why?
Yeah,
because he's fucking punching people in the face a lot, and
man,
people
they're going to do well in the playoffs too because
he found his niche, and he's going with it.
Yeah, man.
He was like, "Oh, I punch people in the face." Because I'm 6'7", or I hit someone and it makes it on Sportsnet because everyone thinks it's dirty and people start talking about me. I'm not playing 18 minutes a night and I'm not scoring 30 goals this year. But guess what? I'll fucking do that.
And how effective is it? How safe do your guys feel when you're on the ice doing that too, right? Like, I see that, man. I'm telling you, I feel very, very safe. I feel protected, and that means I'm gonna, I'm gonna take a hit if I'm one of your like a Panarin or whatever, where he shouldn't be fighting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You'll do whatever because you know that someone's going to punch someone in the face for you.
Yeah. And look what it's added with Reeves and Domi and Bertuzzi, man. Like, you're seeing Matthews and Willie like get so fired up for a fight.
You never see
On the
that.
day. Yeah. They love it, man. Man, you're gonna see a transition now because the game's getting so fast. And it was getting small, and now you're seeing the game get bigger, right? Like I saw actually I watched an interview today with Rosehill was interviewing what's his name? Cade Weber.
Oh yeah.
That kid they just signed or traded for at the deadline, that fucking massive defenseman. And it sounded like he does intend to like sign in Toronto. Like he could even potentially sign in Toronto as early as like when he's done the Frozen Four.
Huh. Nice.
Yeah.
That would be bomb.
It is what we're going to transition to, right? Like I think you're going to see these big guys added that are going to slow the game down and punish these slow guys. But even these big guys can skate now, though.
Yeah. Yeah, they're moving a lot faster than they used to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's because some of these guys, they aren't really big and beefy. They're lanky.
Yeah.
Like Rempy, he's not built like a brick shit house. He's just really tall.
Not. And yeah, the reach he has is insane, man. I was watching the reach that he has, and it was like, it's like, dude, the guy has like a 2.5 foot reach.
And the guy takes 3 strides, and he's made it from the goal line to the red line.
Yeah.
Like, and then he reaches out, and his stick's at the other goal line.
Yeah, like he reminds me, like I would like to say, it reminds me of Chara, but not even fucking close to being like as jacked.
No,
but like big wise,
I think
like
he's
tall.
a couple inches shorter too. I think Chara was 6'9".
Yeah, I think he's 6'7".
Yeah.
Still insane though. Like I saw a picture today of Rempe right beside Darren Pay. It was like, oh my god, like makes Darren Payne looks like a child, man. Like I would not want to stand next to him.
No.
Guy. Like I'm very short. So
yeah,
no.
he'd be 6 inches taller than me, so that's not crazy, but that's quite a bit. 6'7"? Wow. No, he's 5 inches taller than me.
Okay, yeah. You're 6'2" then. That's not 6 inches. 6 inches is like that.
I've got big hands.
Oh.
That's not 6 inches.
I don't have big hands at all.
It's supposed to be this, and that's that for me.
Okay. So there was news out. Toronto Maple Leafs affiliate of the ECHL out towards your way, the Newfoundland Growlers.
Yes, they ceased to exist.
Yeah, they folded.
I'm not surprised.
No.
Like
can hockey work out east?
Not at that level.
Like it's professional though, right? Like
yeah, it just can't happen. I don't even think Moncton could have an ECHL team, and they're way more thriving than St. John's, Newfoundland.
Oh,
well, yeah. To get to St. John's, Newfoundland, you either got to take a plane or a boat.
Yeah, so apparently was a huge thing into why they went bankrupt as well, was because they had to subsidize a bunch of people's travel.
Yeah, there's only one way on and off the island.
Yeah. That's brutal.
Yeah, so like, and everyone there's drunk and they're fishermen. So like, want to go to the hockey game? Oh yeah, the guys want to go to the hockey game, but like, besides Patty Murphy and 6 other guys. Who else is on Newfoundland that wants to go watch some hockey?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't at all surprised that the team folded. But also, that being said, it's not just against Newfoundland. I don't think anyone in the Halifax would be your best bet.
Yeah. You think so?
Like, I'll go and say, oh, yeah, Moncton's got the nicest arena in the queue. And, Moncton's had a team that's made it to the Memorial Cup finals because they were hosting that year. And Moncton, they're a big city, but we can't even sell out a Moncton Wildcats game. And that's Quebec Maritime Junior.
Yeah.
So part of the CHL. We can't sell that out. We've got the population. We've got a brand new arena with the seats, but we can't put 2 and 2 together.
But are they good right now?
Yeah.
Like, are they in the playoffs?
They did make the playoffs, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Let me see. I've been to a couple games this year, but
because that is a big thing, right? Like, because where I'm from is a legendary city of where they pumped many, many people in the NHL. Like the Pizza organization used to, and then even like...
Oh, they just got eliminated from the playoffs.
Okay, so they still made it.
But, yeah. If you're driving down, like, downtown Moncton, there's nothing in that city that says Moncton Wildcats. Like, they don't show the team. They don't advertise the team. Now, St. John, you cannot take a shit in a Dollarama without seeing a poster for the St. John Sea Dogs. But Moncton can't. Like, even with our old arena before we got the new one, they shut down the nosebleed sections because there wasn't enough people to even fill them.
Okay.
So I don't think we could have an ECHL team even in the Maritimes.
Yeah. That's probably why it didn't work then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can't do it in Atlantic Canada at all, why would you try to do it on the Rock? That is an island.
Yeah.
In the middle of the ocean off the coast of this place.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's... To be honest, I don't think you're going to see Canada ever get an NHL team. I don't see it.
Another one in Canada?
Yeah, I don't see it.
I think you would see a third team in Ontario before you would even see a second team in Quebec.
You would probably see it like
Hamilton or something.
Hamilton has I think they have an OHL team. Hamilton wasn't working. Hamilton used to have I think they used to have an AHL team.
Yeah, the Bulldogs.
Yeah. Yeah, because then they went to Belleville.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like
maybe Ottawa would even get a team.
An NHL team? That'd be nice.
Yeah. Unheard of.
Yeah. I think it would probably go Mississauga or Kitchener, Waterloo. I think you could see one of them work. I could see one of those areas kind of working. I don't know. Maybe not. No idea. So we were talking before about the 6 and 7, and what's the craziest or what's a hockey conspiracy you kind of firmly believe right now?
Everything 67 related.
Anything? No, any conspiracy in the NHL.
Yeah, and let's see. Well, the whole thing being rigged seems less and less like a conspiracy every day. Like, you can call it now. Most of it.
Yeah. Like with officiating kind of too. You can look at that.
Yeah.
Like the NHL the NHL rigging stuff, yeah, and the refs trying to make it go a certain way with penalties. I can entertain the idea for sure.
The no
I don't know
cup
if it's
coming
officially,
to
man. Like, I don't know if the NHL's smart enough to pull that off, but
I think you're not going to see another cup in Canada until Bettman's gone.
that wouldn't surprise me at all either.
That's one I'll die on.
Yeah, I can believe that one. Watch it happen this year, as we both say this. So, well, there is a 1 in 4 shot. Winnipeg, Vancouver, Edmonton, Toronto.
Jeez.
Yeah, there's a good shot.
That's
quarter of the teams that made the playoffs.
25% chance.
Yeah.
Well, Christ. We'll see. What other? I don't know, man. Conspiracies with the NHL.
So I'll bounce one off you then. Someone in Arizona has something on Gary Batman right now.
Yeah, dick pic.
Some sort of pictures. I don't know. I think it's something more than that.
Very.
I think he probably has a fucking picture of Gary Bettman on Epstein Island or something.
I believe it. I believe it.
Man, like it's like, how is this like? Oh, like you have to have they're playing in a fucking college arena right now that can hold at most like 5,000 people. That's embarrassing, man.
And I just finished saying that Moncton couldn't have an NHL team. I stand corrected.
Man,
Moncton has an NHL team already because they have a Q team, and that's more than 5,000. So that's an NHL team.
Yeah.
Peterborough has one too.
Yeah.
Go NHL.
It's embarrassing, man. Like, how do you allow that? And like, it's been subsidized by the league for how long? Like, never making money. Like, kicked out of arenas for not paying taxes and rent, and like players not even like checks bouncing and shit like that, man. It's a joke.
I swear there's a hit on Gary Bettman, and someone from Arizona is his bodyguard.
Yeah.
And they are keeping him alive. And as payment, he is keeping the Coyotes alive.
Yeah.
Because they think that they're going to win the cup someday. I don't know. Or Epstein's Island. Anything's...
That's my crazy conspiracy theory on that. So you wanted to talk about the Women's World Cup. I haven't.
Yeah, which I couldn't find fuck all about, actually. I've seen tweets about it and stuff, but I was trying to find highlights. I can't find anything.
What is it? It's like under 18, or is it, what is it?
Nah,
like,
it's just the Women's Worlds. Like, the PWHL is on hold during this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they're all over there. Or here.
Oh, okay.
There,
like,
somewhere.
So, like, so clearly there's no funding to advertise this.
No, because no one knows about it. I just keep seeing tweets about it.
Yeah.
And, like, I was trying to look it up and not really seeing much.
It's kind of sad that they're not getting, like, coverage.
All their coverage went to the PWHL and the Walter Trophy.
Yeah, well, man, like that's something that I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't really like that.
The Walter
like
Cup?
No, like they put the whole PWHL on hold right now so they can do this. Like, I don't get it. Like, why? Why would you do that? Like, you're showing, like, it's drawing interest and people are getting excited and you're about to go on this, like, crazy, like, playoff runs and shit like that with Toronto being one of the hottest teams and, like, other teams. Why stop and do this fucking tournament?
I don't know, because the gals want to represent their countries, I guess.
Okay, true. Maybe they put that in their CBA. Yeah, I could see that.
That just like it's like the NHL players, they're all horny to go to the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
It's just weird though, because for the longest time that's all these girls have been able to do. So
yeah.
Do you think they'd take some time away from it?
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know, man.
But maybe that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
Win another gold. Walter will still be there.
Walter
Cup.
Oh, that's what it is called, Walter Cup.
That's what it's called, the Walter Cup. And people were complaining about that, but like the insert old man named Cup seems pretty professional hockey. The Stanley Cup, the Walter Cup.
Yeah.
What's the fucking difference?
Yeah, who gives a shit, right?
I got an Uncle Walter and an Uncle Stanley. They each got a cup now, so.
Touche. Okay, so what was the one talk? You asked a question to me. We wanted to get into other stuff aside from hockey now. You said How I Met Your Mother. One of our favorite shows. You said Ted's worst and best girlfriend.
Yeah. I see it here.
Worst girlfriend?
I asked Twitter who the worst was.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say my choice 100% would have been Jeanette.
Yeah, that's... She had, what, 2 episodes? And
she
that
was in a few rape. Yeah.
That was just anxiety.
That shit was batshit crazy.
The best part, she's a cop. I didn't know she was a cop. You didn't say she was a cop.
A cop?
A cop? She's a cop.
So who would you say was his worst? Do you have the same one?
Okay, so yeah, Jeanette was horrible, but like she was like a fucking swing, man. I think that I hated Zoe with a burning passion. Like Jeanette gave me a laugh, Zoe pissed me off.
Yeah,
Zoe, but like then if I really want to get into it, Stella was worse. So like because like Stella came and like I already hated Stella because of Scrubs. I don't know if you watch Scrubs.
No.
Okay, it's like a comedic version of ER.
Yeah.
And she's the main character on that.
She's pretty annoying. I think wasn't she in According to Jim too? Jim Belushi? Is that her?
I know the show, but I don't. As who?
The mom.
No. Different person. No.
Okay. I don't remember. It kind of looks like her.
Yeah, okay. I don't remember her name. But Dana, the sister from According to Jim, is married to Brad Paisley.
Oh, okay.
The country singer. Fun fact. But yeah, I'd say Stella is my pick.
Stella, right? Okay. She left him at the altar and shit.
She left him at the altar. She tried to uproot uproot what? He'd been much going on for him in New York. But, like, she didn't want to meet in the middle. It was, you're coming to Jersey. And she did the whole like, don't worry about my ex. I'm just gonna run away with him. Like, fuck Stella. I hated Stella. Everyone hates Stella.
Yeah.
Who do you think's the best?
I'm trying to think. I don't know. Like Victoria was cool, but I don't know if she was really like. I guess Victoria would have been one of the better ones.
She was perfect, really.
Yeah.
And any time that there was a fuck up, Ted fucked up with Victoria.
Yeah.
Like, all he had to do was not kiss Robin.
Yeah, he fucked up.
And Robin's almost annoying enough to be on the worst list, too.
Yeah.
But you got to look at it kind of like she put him through a lot of shit, but right from the beginning, she told him what she wanted, and he just refused to listen to that.
Yeah, true.
So you're doing it to yourself.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
So is your best Victoria as well then?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
It's definitely not Karen from that 70s show. What was her name in the...
Oh. And that 70s show, what was her name?
Her name was Karen in that 70s show, wasn't it?
No, it was Donna. I think it was
Donna.
Karen.
It was Karen in How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got them mixed up.
Yeah, she was kind of batshit crazy too.
She was awful. But yeah, I think you have to go with Victoria.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty generic. I'm pretty sure anyone's gonna say that.
Yeah. Oh.
But fuck Stella. She's the worst.
Now,
what I was reading about on Reddit is why I said the pineapple theory.
Okay, yeah.
Because there's a couple things that are kind of weird. So the pineapple shows up in Ted's room after he hooks up with Trudy, right? And we wait 9 seasons. 9 seasons to find out he got it from the captain's house. You saw that, right?
I think I remember seeing that, yeah.
Where he found it on the captain's porch, and then he asked the captain why he had pineapple on his porch, and the captain says it's a sailor's tradition.
Oh, okay.
So the conspiracy here is that the captain was a swinger.
Yep.
Now, when you look deeper into it, Ted and Trudy stole the pineapple. They bring it back and they put it on Ted's dresser. Now, later on in the series, what happens to Ted?
Isn't that the girl that he had the three-way with?
Okay. Ah.
Wow.
So did he have a 3-way already with her? Is that why the pineapple was there?
Shit.
Is that why it was there? Was it there as an open invitation? I think Ted and Trudy were into some freaky stuff.
Apparently.
And I think the sailor was too. With Zoe and boats.
mind blown right now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a bunch
So
of
apparently,
very, very weird stuff that they don't really say, but if you look at it with the pineapple and all these hidden meanings, you're like,
yeah.
wow, he's into some shit,
So
man.
speaking of hidden shit, so there's another one I've actually heard, and it's there's a countdown for Marshall's dad dying.
Yeah.
Certain the episodes. I think it's at the beginning of the season or something like that.
It's right. The whole countdown is that episode.
Oh, it's that whole episode?
The whole episode is the countdown, and it goes right until the taxi pulls up, and the taxi is 001, and then Lily gets out and is like, Marshall, we have to talk.
Yeah. Okay.
But it starts right at the beginning of the episode, and it starts at 50 and counts all the way down to 1. And it's fucked up.
Yeah, no, that's weird, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. Okay, so there was one thing here we were gonna do. I'm gonna go this. This. So 41 of the product reviews.
What is this?
Pick for her medium ballpoint pens. Okay. So, a keen skier, whatever, doesn't matter who the person is, says, my husband has never allowed me to write as he doesn't want me touching men's pens. However, when I saw this product, I decided to buy it using my pocket money, and so far it's been fabulous. Once I had learned to write, the feminine color and the grip size, which was more suited to my delicate little hands, has enabled me to vent thoughts about new recipes, ideas, sewing, and gardening. My husband is less pleased with this product as he believes it will lead to more independence, and he hates the feminine tingling sensation, along with the visions of fairies and rainbows he gets whenever he picks it up.
Wow.
Where's the one I'm looking for? That's funny. Is it in here? There's one really funny one. There it is, right here. Okay, so these are Harbro sugar-free gummy bears. Okay, it's a 5-pound bag. You go look up the reviews on this actually on Amazon. You will die laughing because there's multiple ones that say this.
Okay.
So 1 star. Oh man, words cannot express what happened to me after eating these. The gummy bear cleanse. If you are someone that can tolerate the sugar substitute, enjoy. If you are like the dozens of people that tried my order, run. First of all, for taste, I would recommend these. I would rate these a 5. So good, soft, true to taste, fruit flavors like the sugary variety. I was a happy camper. But not long after eating about 20 of these, all hell broke loose. I had a gastrointestinal experience like nothing I've ever imagined. Cramps, sweating, bloating, beyond my worst nightmare. I've had food poisoning from bad shellfish, and that was almost like a skip in the park compared to what was going on inside me. Then came the flatulence. Heavens to Murgatord, whatever that fucking the sounds, the trumpets calling the demons back to hell. The stench, like 1,000 rotten corpses vomited in, and I couldn't stand to stay in one room for fear of succumbing to my own odors. But wait, there's more. What came out of me felt like someone tried to funnel Niagara Falls through a coffee straw. I swear my sphincters were screaming. My delicate starfish was... crying. Oh. Was keeping in a mob projectile vomiting torrential flood of toxic waste. 100% liquid, flammable liquid napalm. It was actually a bit humorous for a nanosecond. It went beyond anything I could imagine possible. It went on for hours. I felt violated when it was over. Stuff coming at me that so it might have been sometime in the morning of the next day. There was stuff coming at me that I ate at my wedding in 2005. I had 5 pounds of these innocent looking delicious seasonal bears. Dude, like, tell a friend what happened and be thinking it had to be some type of sensitivity I had to the sugar substitute. And in spite of my warnings and graphic descriptions, she decided to take her chances and take them off my hands. Silly woman, all the same for her, and a phone call from her while in the toilet because she kind of ended up living in the bathroom for a spell. Tell me she really wished she would have listened. I think she was crying. She's crying. Her sister was skeptical and suspected that they were exaggerating. She took them to work since there was still 99%. 5-pound bag left. Oh God. She works for a construction company where there are builders, roofers, house painters, landscapers. Oh my God, man.
Oh, my son.
I can't imagine where all these poor men and poop that day. Even visiting men on roofs crossing their legs and trying to decide if they can make it down the ladder or to jump. If you order these, best of luck to you. Please don't post a video review during the aftershocks. P.S. When I ordered these, the warnings and disclaimers and were not posted. I'm not a moron. Also, I'm not why many people assume I'm a man. I'm a woman. We walk in metal wildflowers. That's for all the great comments. I've been enjoying reading them and so glad that the horror show I experienced from stacking on these has made at least some people smile.
That was just insane.
Dude, I want to meet the person who wrote that review because, oh my God.
Oh, my side. Holy fuck.
That was fucking hilarious. Oh my God. Okay, so. Yeah, we won't talk about that last thing. We'll leave it on a funny note here. Anyway, everybody, thanks for listening. If you're still listening, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, Puckin' Stoner Dad. Catch our live shows. We do post-game reactions. We do watch-alongs. We're going to do a watch-along with the Montreal Canadiens. Make sure you come check it out. Until then, guys, take it easy and have a good one. Peace.
Peace out.
Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, check out our social medias. We are now on Spotify and Apple Podcast.